Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Brandy and I am the creator of Boundless Treasures Boutique, and on this channel we create custom tumblers and do other crafts every now and then. Today we are going to be making this super fun 3-way ombre spring inspired 20-ounce tumbler. I will make sure to link all of the items used in the description below. There may also be some discount codes for you guys to save some money. So with all that being said, I want to thank each and every one of you. Special shout out to all my mentorship members and my subscribers. Your support means everything to me. Let's jump right in. So to start, we are going to base paint our tumbler. Now you're going to want to make sure that your tumbler is prepped and primed. I did this with my sander and then I washed it off with some 91% alcohol. So here we're just going through all of the items that you're going to need. You're going to need either some type of paint or glitter adhesive. You're going to want a fluffy makeup brush. You can grab those at the dollar store for like $1.25. They're perfect for this. You're going to want your glitter colors of choice. I went with colors that were pinky and spring, like to me cherry blossoms scream spring. So that's why I went with these colors. It also matched this decal really well. This decal I got a long time ago, probably in one of my subscription boxes from PG Olive, but I will try and find one that's similar and see if I can link that for you. Now once you have all of your supplies, you're going to want to start base painting. So for me, I use the Color Flex paints. I really love these paints because they're paints and adhesive all rolled into one. So I feel like it saves me a step. And they get pretty good coverage. I did go in with 2 coats on this particular cup, just so that I could get the ombre blend that I was looking for. But the colors that I used were white and blush. And what you see me doing here is I am simply taking the white and I'm just giving us a nice solid base. And then once I have that, I'm going to go in with my blush and we're going to start creating that ombre. Now, keep in mind, this doesn't have to be super perfect. We're going to have some gorgeous glitters that are going to help us really bring that ombre to life. This is just to help us really get a coat underneath so that if by some chance we have any gaps or holes, anything like that, it's going to be harder to tell. Now, once we have this base coat on and it is to our liking, again, the great part about these adhesives is that they are, or not these adhesives, these paints, is that they're adhesives as well. So you can go right in to glittering. Now, one thing I do want to say about these paints is you do need to shake them really well. Like so well that if you think that you've shaken it enough and it's mixed enough, shake it for like 5 more minutes. Especially if you haven't used them in a while, because this, like the adhesive and the paint mixture, they do separate over time. So it's going to be super important that you just really mix that well before you go into applying it to your tumbler. And then again, from here, all I'm doing is I'm going back and forth between the blush and the white. I am not switching out my brush. I'm just using this paint to really help me establish a really nice blend. Again, like I said, it doesn't have to be anything perfect because we're going to have that beautiful, beautiful glitter going over it. So I'm going to finish painting this, and I'm going to set it I'm not going to set it aside. And once I'm finished painting it, I'm going to go right into glittering. Okay, now for the fun part. We are at that point where we are getting ready to glitter. And you guys, the glitters that I'm using are from Flamingo. Now I know that Danielle does not sell glitters anymore, but she did move her glitter line over to Peony Boutique. So you can definitely see if that glitter color is there, but the glitter color is just that Flamingo. I'm also using Cotton Candy from AB Designs. I am using Posh Ice Miami and Forever New Orleans from NMO. And again, I know that she is no longer selling glitter. What I will tell you is that PDB and Peachy Olives also have some really, really great alternatives if you're looking for something similar to those. And then we are using PDB's Rose Lychee and Peony. And so those are going to be the glitter colors that we're doing to establish our three-way ombre. Okay, I must have totally forgotten about this. Apparently I did go in with my Crystalac glitter glue. I may have left it overnight. It's been a while since I did the base painting on this cup. But you can also go right into your glitter with the Color Fix paints. They have adhesive in it. But here I'm using Crystalac glitter glue, and we are just going to get a really nice even coat all over the cup. And then we're going to begin our glitter process. Now, when I start this, I am going to go from darkest to light. That way, I'm not cross-contaminating my colors. So we are going to start with Forever New Orleans from NMO. This is like a rose gold color. So pretty common color that you could find. It is a very chunky mix, so this is going to help create some dimension. but we are going to go in very, very light-handed all along the base and let that just kind of waterfall up into the other section, which is going to help us establish our ombre. Then we're going to go in with NMO's Posh Ice, and this is going to be our very tippy top, chunky, holographic, or not holographic, opal white. So it's definitely going to reflect some really, really gorgeous colors. And again, just help us create a little depth and dimension in the overall look of the cup. And again, very, very slowly, guys. We're not aiming for full coverage here. We're just setting the path. So you're going to tip your cup and very lightly sprinkle it and let it trickle down into the middle. Now, once we get to our third, we're going in with Drunk Flamingo, which is our lighter pink. This one is a more iridescent color, so it's going to really pick up on whatever base we have underneath it. But we're going to make a pretty thick line in the middle, and then we're just going to tip our cup up and down and let that fall into our other colors. Again, we're not going for full coverage here. We're just establishing our roadmap. Now that we have our roadmap, we can go in with our smaller cuts. For this, I'm using P2B's Peony, which is going in with the Forever New Orleans. And we're just going to do a little bit heavier this time. Again, not going for full coverage, but we are going in heavier to really start establishing that ombre and creating the blend for all of our colors. And then of course, we're going to do the same for each color, rotating and tipping the cup up and down so that the colors can fall into each other. Again, not going for full coverage here, but we are going heavier. So just keep that in mind. Here in the middle, we're going in with Cotton Candy from AB Designs. This I am going pretty heavy, and we're going back and forth into the colors. Again, this is a pretty translucent color, so it's just going to help us establish that blend and really bring that transition together. And then we're just going to want to go back and forth. If you have any spots that maybe dried up, anything like that, you can always go in with a second coat. You see me here, I'm just kind of patchworking it. I would definitely recommend let it dry, go in with a second coat. That typically doesn't happen with the Crystal Black glitter glue, but this was a pretty warm day. And then here you see me just going to town with that Cotton Candy from AB Designs, filling in any gaps. Again, we've already laid down our colors, so all this is going to do is help further that blend and really bring it together. Once you're done with that, you're going to want to tap off any excess, roll up your tumbler into parchment paper, computer paper, anything that's going to help you lay those glitters flat. And we're going to set this aside for about 2 hours and let it dry. Once it is fully dry, you can go in with your first coats of epoxy. I applied 2 coats, 30 mLs each, onto the cup until it was completely smooth. Now, the reason that you're going to want it to be completely smooth is the decal that we are using is a clear cast decal. So what that means is that it's printed on white backing, so the image can pop on any color base, but it is surrounded by clear vinyl. So any place that you see white, that's going to show through the base of your tumbler. So if it is a sanded base, that will not shine back up, and it's going to look wonky. Don't ask me how I know. From here, we're going to use the hinge method to apply on our decal. And once we've got that all set into place, we are ready to move into our final epoxy steps. So here I am mixing my Flynn Sisters Artist Cure. This is her regular formula. I am going to add in an additive. One that I really love is from AB Designs. It's bulletproof, but there are so many different shimmer additives you can use. Diamond and Dust has some really great ones that I love. And then I can't remember the name of, I think it's Nikki's Secret Sauce. I got a whole bunch of additives from a friend that no longer is making tumblers. But you guys, this stuff, oh yeah, it's Nikki's Secret Sauce. You need just a very, very little amount. Mix that in and it'll give just the most beautiful shimmer. It's not going to take away from the glitter that we've used earlier, but it is going to add a beautiful shimmer to that decal that we added. Once we get that all applied, we're going to let it spin for maybe a minute or so, and then we're going to come in with our torch and we are going to pop any bubbles that we may or may not see. I did do 2 coats for my final coats. I let each coat dry about 12 hours in between each other. And then you guys, this cup was done. This is such an easy but beautiful design. And I just love the way it turns out. It's springy. It's bringing all the warm spring vibes to me. So I hope you get some inspiration from this. I would love to see anything that you guys make. So please tag me in your social accounts with your work. I love seeing what you guys do. And until next time, friends, I hope you have a beautiful day. Thank you again. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. And then, of course, follow me on all of my socials. Bye now.